crisp autumn wind flies over the near Div, a gigantic lake just to the north of the free city of Greyhawk. The free city's been in relative peace for about 7 years, since the Battle of Emeraldy Meadows, where Greyhawk and the countries of Fiondi, Valuna, and Selene all fought together to push back evil hordes. Since then, like I said, it's been peaceful, and in that peace, Greyhawk's been able to celebrate. We find ourselves on the third day, which will be Moon Day, of the Brewfest, which is a festival that takes place in Greyhawk. Now, it's the morning, and the city's kind of picking itself back up again, and we're going to find our group of companions in an inn, the High Tower Inn. Now, the High Tower Inn sits in the garden quarter of Greyhawk. So the garden quarter is basically, it's in the name. There's gardens, there's beautiful houses. It's in the upper area of this city. Now, at the top of the garden quarter is the Grand Citadel, which is a huge fortress. It's where the Council of Greyhawk meets, and the whole city lies underneath it. And the High Tower Inn is just at the start of the garden quarter, near the docks. It's not too ostentatious, but it is the most prestigious inn in all of Greyhawk. Now, inside of there, it's about, we'll say 9 a.m. All of you guys have just woken up. And at the table, there are 4 companions. And I think we'll start with Max. Do you want to describe your character?
Silverthal is a pale elf with equally pale hair. Wearing a rough and mottled cloak, they would not look out of place in the forest. On the hip are 2 scabbards, and on the back sits an unstrung longbow. At their feet comfortably rests a greyish-blue drake about 1 metre long.
And I think the patron of the High Tower Inn's walked up to you, ready to serve all of you guys, and has noticed this drake that's sitting at the bottom of your table. And he's going to turn to you and be like, "Sir, do you need anything for your pet?"
No, he'll be fine. If you have any extra meat, I'll be happy to pay.
Okay. He hurries off, and you can tell he's probably about to ask the owner if that thing's allowed in that thing. Sorry, if your companion.
What's pronouns, mate?
Thing.
That ain't allowed.
Kenneth, do you want to describe your character?
Yeah. So his name is Aldrich Phelan, and imagine he's like a old wood elf, and he's like slightly hunchback, and he looks like an old piece of bark, and then his whole like let's say robe is like mossy, and then if you see his face, it's like you can tell he's been aged and been through a lot, and then he has a little wiggly eye that I can see that can be detachable, and it's like, you know, little. But yeah, that's it.
Ben, do you want to describe your character?
So my character is quite a tall individual. He is probably just around, he would almost hit the head of the roof of the door when he's entering. He's bold, he's quite muscular, you can tell he's been through quite a lot of travels. He's just got cuts, like small cuts and scars around his body. Right now he's wearing a brown vest with the sleeves just torn off, and like a little sash that's just tying it all together. He's just got his little potato sack pretty much that's just been remodeled into a bag. He's just carrying it around.
And he's a Goliath.
And he is a Goliath indeed, yes. He's a hill giant. And yeah.
And last but not least, in this group currently, Roman, do you want to describe your character?
So my name is Lalo Pacifico. I'm a priest from Valuna. Think of me as a laughing Buddha. So I'm a white laughing Buddha. So I'm a really fat guy, really old, jovial looking man. Think of Santa. Oh, so that's funny.
That ain't funny, man.
But yeah, that's who I am.
So you guys all find yourselves.
Can you describe what you're wearing? I didn't get it. I didn't get to look at it.
What if I'm not wearing any? That's
He
my
didn't
part of my
specify what he was
religion.
wearing. Like,
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing full white.
And you're part of the priests of Rao, right?
Yes, I'm part of the priest of Rao, and I do have this little stick thingy that.
It's not. It's like you're the size of you.
Yeah, a big stick thingy that
And
I
how
carry
tall are you?
around.
Okay. Now you're here to meet people, right? There's someone coming by boat in a moment, and also you're here to meet a wizard, a grand wizard by the name of Bigby. So we're all just sitting around waiting.
wait, did we just come in here?
I'd say you came in here just recently. Yeah. You guys woke up early. You know you're about to meet someone. Everyone happy?
I'm not happy, but
All right. With that, we're gonna cut outside. The docks are completely packed already. Like so much stuff is happening. Workers moving around. This city is a hub of trade. Like there's so much stuff happening, and a boat, it's more than a boat. It's a ship is pulling into the harbor, and inside of it is it's basically a passenger ship to move people across the near div above. Now, on board that boat is another one of my characters. Nick, do you want to describe?
My character is called Gottfried Ursel. He's a traveling bard, mainly a writer. He has a bearish face with tiger-like fur, which is brown and white. He wears very nice clothes that haven't been washed in ages. He has a whip on his side, and he always carries his book, and he's just here to write.
So Gottfried is getting off that ship, right? And basically in front of you, you see the busy dock district, and you see the gates to the garden district and the foreign district. Yeah, in front of you, like I said, super busy, but you're getting looks. You look out of the ordinary.
So am I by myself? Or?
Yeah, there's a whole group of passengers, but you don't know them.
So I would head to the inn because I'm hungry.
Yep.
He just walks.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's not looking around. This is like so natural to him. He's just walking forward.
Yeah, so you're gonna get looks, but you arrive at the Hightower Inn. You're gonna walk inside.
Yeah.
All right. Gottfried steps inside, and all of you would see this bugbear step inside the inn.
I walk up. I immediately recognize him.
Okay.
Gottfried. And then I'm gonna pretty much just grab him over his head with my arm.
Yeah.
I'll be like, over here.
I'm like 5 foot compared to you.
Yeah, and then be like, you got to tell me of your travels. I walk over. Everyone, meet him. Gottfried.
I'm holding my whip. I'm getting ready. My whip's in hand.
Oh, don't be so shy. Come on. And I pat him on the back over.
I'll introduce myself first. Well, it's an honor to meet you for the first time. I am Lalo Pacifico. I nearly call myself Lola. My name is.
To be
keep that.
Don't mind my friend. Yes. Wait. Take your time.
Don't mind my friend. He's loosing the screws.
Lola's fine. Don't worry.
I
I
am
will get
Lalo.
on my knees. Okay. My knees need a rest.
What was your name, by the way?
Old Rude Valen.
Sorry, again?
David.
You heard me.
Hello, I'm Silverthal, and this point to my Drake is Tetrix.
Hi, buddy. There we are.
Okay. The patron of the inn's gonna step up to you then, and basically be like, "Oh," and he passes you like a scrap of meat that he procured from the back. So all 5 of you are sitting at this inn, and you're all waiting for Bigby the wizard. Now, do you order food?
I do.
Can I get a drink?
Nick, that's me 5 silver pieces.
Can I get a drink? I just realized
The old man wants
My
a drink,
throat
my
is-
friend.
my throat is killing me, patron.
So that'll be 4 copper pieces. Where's the rubber? Aren't you like skint?
I am.
You want a cake for
But I need it.
Nick, you're gonna get a heroic inspiration for eating such a nice meal.
Let's go.
Well, may I steal his food as well?
Sorry.
I'm a fat man.
Wait, how much was the cup again? Four?
Sorry.
4 cup.
Yeah.
Stealing your food. Give me your food.
Lower.
You're a priest.
Yes.
Wait, I get my drink.
Wait, if you beg.
Please.
I feel better now.
I get tired of this. Fret not, my friend. I will order you food. And then I'll go over.
Okay.
Wait there.
That will cost 5 silver pieces.
Thank you, my friend.
Worry not.
Okay.
Silver silver.
Minus,
Earn it all in travel. Earn it all in travel.
minus the 5.
And get us 2 beers.
Now, as you guys sit and eat and chill for a
I'll
bit.
feed. I'll touch
Yeah. You realize that your meeting time for Bigby has basically come and gone. He was supposed to be here about 9:45 to 10. That's what you were told. You never have actually spoken to him directly, but that's what you were told by his constituents. Is there any questions? Anything we want to do?
Where Bigby?
Gottfried is. Gottfried is. Where's Bigby? Bixby?
Bigby not here.
Where the
know-
fuck is Big? I literally crossed an ocean.
If I can say a word,
No. Well, you make sounds.
I am not talking to you. I am talking to my friend. Greyhawk. As they say, good things comes to those who wait.
I waited far too long. Part time.
10 minutes ain't long. I've been here for goddamn how many years? 700 years.
Tree.
I've been here.
Tree. So you would have a lot of knowledge, right?
Yes.
Okay, tell us a story to take up this time.
I have no reason to tell you, boy. Anyways,
What am I doing here? Why'd you invite me?
Worry not. We all see Bixby soon.
He needs to sleep.
We see Bixby soon.
So do I know what the wizard looks like?
I'd say if anyone,
Yeah, do I know him?
if you think you've been in Greyhawk a few times and you might know, you can just roll like a straight intelligence roll.
At 20.
20? Not 20.
Yeah.
Bigby is a gnome. He's a gnomish wizard. He doesn't wear a hat. He doesn't wear anything crazy. He's basically just in like a brown vest, and like just it's kind of like adventurer's clothes almost. But he's a wizard.
So as it's been quite a while, I'll just mention to everyone. I'll see if he's. I can spot him, and telepathically I'll connect with my raven familiar that's been on the eaves.
So Silvertail's eyes glaze over, and yeah, the raven takes off into the sky above. So you'd see the entire garden quarter, the quarter around the Grand Citadel. Can you do a perception check?
Another 20.
What?
no way.
That's great.
Wait. I mean hold on, guys. The first 2 rolls of the technically you rolled, so I didn't clock.
Yeah.
But Max's first 2 rolls of the campaign had 2 double 20s.
Yeah.
What? So yeah, I mean you see everything. Like the raven circles around, but really, unfortunately, what you see in that everything is nothing. Like the streets they're being cleaned up. There was big like parties last night, right? Some people are waking up, cleaning up stuff around, but the city's getting up slowly. What you would see on that nat 20, I'll allow you this. You see quite a big commotion happening at the Grand Citadel. There's a large group of priests in white robes talking, and adjacent to them, you see basically a group of politicians, and there's big discussion happening there. And in that group, you'd notice towards the head of it, you'd see Neroth Gazgul, who is the mayor of Greyhawk, and you see Otto, who is quite a big. He's got like a lot of influence in the council. He's kind of like a smaller, bald man. And then you also see the captain of the City Watch, whose name is Sental Narev. So you see those three people standing basically next to each other. Yeah, that's what the Raven sees. But you don't see any sign of Bigby.
Okay. As the room comes back into focus, I just say, nothing that I could see. There does, however, seem to be a commotion further in the city. Maybe he got stuck there.
Only magician there. Magic. Wizard.
Could you repeat
Say
that?
that again. Say that again, my friend.
Not the wizard we're looking for, unfortunately.
Well, as the
I reckon
priest, go for it.
we shall go.
As a priest of Ra, my job is to maintain peace and stability. I agree.
I'm
with my friend.
only here to meet. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I think we should meet the wizard that we come here to meet today.
As you guys are discussing this, someone kind of bursts through the door of the tavern and he's like stretching, and it's this guy in a big ruff with like curly orange hair that falls down his head, and like this guy, he's pretty hungover, and he's got like a gang of like revelers with him, basically just like a bunch of random city people, and he walks in and he goes, "Oi, beers for me and my friends," and he sits down at one of the nearby tables and kicks his legs up. Yep, he's just doing that, and him and his friends all sit down, and they're being extremely loud. Like, basically, you guys are struggling to talk to each other because of how loud these people are, because they're the only other people in this room.
Do they seem friendly, or are they just being
No, they're
rude?
calling disturbance, mate.
I mean, like, it's the Brewfest. It's like, it's a time of celebration.
Okay.
So, it's not too out of the ordinary.
I point my finger at him. I cast message, which is a cantrip,
Yeah.
and I tell him, nobody cares. Shut the fuck up.
At the guy.
Yeah, but he doesn't know who's pointing at him.
He can whisper back.
Who the fuck said that? Yeah. Okay. You hear straight back. He goes, "I'd be careful delving in the mind of a wizard." And then you feel the connection shut off.
All right,
And he doesn't even look in your direction. Like he's still chatting with his
guys,
Do I recognize this guy?
roll similar intelligence roll.
What needs the 15?
Yeah, I'd say this guy's well known enough. His name is Otto.
Doesn't know my name.
Well, Otto, he's known to do this. He's known to just go around, be loud. He's the loudest person in the tavern, basically, that he's in. But he is known to be a powerful, basically a powerful, not necessarily a wizard, but like powerful adventurer kind of thing, and respected in Greyhawk.
Okay. I mean, I like the energy he has, so I'm gonna walk up to him and be like,
I'll walk up too.
"Yeah, all drinking are we now? Let me join." And I like sit down at his table.
They seem like jolly fellows for me. I'll join as well.
Is that your accent now?
I'm gonna put my hand. I'm gonna put my hand on him. I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and be like, "You seem pretty powerful. Where are you from?"
Reduce the atoms.
I'm just gonna say you take 3 psychic damage.
Okay. But does he still talk to me after?
So your hand touches him, and he's wearing whatever he's wearing. Like you can't touch this guy.
Sure.
And you feel a spike in your head. You take 3 damage.
Sure.
Can we help you? Like one of the regular people speaks up.
Just want to share the merry moment. Very happy moment.
And
With a beer. And I have my mug of beer in my hand. It just kind of splashes on him accidentally as well.
what's everyone else doing?
Oh no, I walk in. I'm on him.
Don't mind my friends. We're just waiting for someone.
Remy, are you with us, or are you still?
So I've been watching, and I notice you recoil a bit, and at that I kind of like murmur in Draconic to my Drake and just say like, "Oh, steady. Let's see where this goes." It looks up a bit from its food and starts watching the room more closely.
I'm gonna like, with the mug in my hand, I'm also just gonna put my arm around him, like a magician.
Bro,
What are you guys cooking?
Actually, I don't know who he is, but like, you don't mind if I ask your name.
4 psychic damage as your arm touches him.
You knew what you were doing when you did that, right?
Otto, my friend, where have you been?
Okay, so I rolled. This guy doesn't know who you are. I checked if he knew who you are. So he has no idea who you are. He goes,
Yeah, it's one side of it.
he goes, and do I know you, old elf?
Don't worry, everyone knows me.
That, you know what, that doesn't help me.
I
So
go like this. I go like this. I go like this.
Ring any bells?
you know what? Not gonna lie, no. Just please get them out of my face before I actually kill them.
You can kill the bugbear, but
Woody.
we'll leave in exchange if you can help us find Bigby. Any bells?
Okay, persuasion check. That's pretty good.
14.
He goes, Bigby.
I know you know.
Well, what business do you have with him?
We await for his arrival. And he has came too late.
I'd like for you and your friends to leave now, please. Let me enjoy my beer. And he goes back. He sits back.
Well, I think it's good idea for all of us to go back. He's clearly not entertained by our presence.
Wait, you know Bigby? you know Bigby?
You know Bigby?
Please tell us what it is. Please, tell us. We looking for him.
Just roll persuasion, but with disadvantage, because basically just the same thing.
What the hell are you doing, man?
Just roll. The disadvantage, bro. Come on, again.
I don't even need a disadvantage.
It's a 5.
He doesn't even respond. So they're all drinking, and they kind of like huddle a bit closer. But he's watching you guys out of the corner of his eye.
Okay, I go up to him, and I say,
Do you know Bigby?
wait,
You know Bigby.
I was actually going to do it. I have a different question now. I said, you hit me with something that I haven't been hit with in a while. I had to fucking rephrase that. Holy shit.
This feeling was new.
Pause.
And I liked it.
You again.
No. What did you hit me with? Quietly. I said it quietly.
He stands up, right? And he goes, all right, here's the thing. You people don't walk into my town, start asking me questions in my favorite inn.
So, do
And
you
don't
know?
expect me, not
Do you know who I am?
not at all. Okay, you know what? Okay, fair enough. Good question. Let's see if he does. No, he has no fucking clue. This is my favorite inn. Okay? This is Bigby's favorite inn.
I walk away.
Seems like you have a little bit of sense to you, right? Okay, here's the thing. Bigby is supposed to be back today. You're right. He's supposed to be back.
I know.
It's interesting. It's interesting that he's not back. Okay? But I'm gonna need you to get out of this inn, or I'm going to skin that bugbear.
You can do whatever you want with that bugbear. And second, we'll respect your wishes and leave. But we'll be seeing you, Otto. Just not today.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, we leave.
Do you know that guy?
Good question.
Otto,
Our
you can tell. You can just find intelligence.
Is that one?
2 plus 1.
Guy hasn't been paying attention.
I travel often in my role as a priest. He does seem familiar, but no clue at this point.
So, you don't. What is your purpose?
What the fuck does that mean?
What the fuck does that mean?
Number 15.
Can I ask Silverthorn? Do you remember where the commotion was, my friend?
Most of the commotion seemed to be centered around the entrance to the keep. It,
To adventure we go, I say.
I kind of want to sleep.
It's 9 a.m., you fucking idiot.
I didn't get any sleep.
You getting jet lag from a boat ride? I reckon Silverfall, we should check out this commotion.
it could be a good place to start.
Yes.
There seemed to be a
And
lot
I
of
know
hype.
There could be some money.
Maybe.
So you
How far is it?
Okay, it's like in the same area of town. I mean, like probably a 10-minute walk up,
Oh,
a
okay.
hill. The garden quarter becomes the high quarter, so it's the area right next to the Grand Citadel. The garden quarter doesn't have that many homes. It's mainly, like it says, gardens. The high quarter is like the elite. Where you are is pretty empty until you get up to the Grand Citadel. So right outside, it's a keep, right? There's a gate into that keep that you have to enter. But just outside that gate, outside this huge castle that's there, is a collection of what you would recognize as priests of Rao, because they're wearing the exact same thing as Lalo over here.
How many?
Probably about 5. And then there's the politicians, like I said. The 3 people I mentioned, Max, Silverthal. The 3 people I mentioned are not there anymore. They've gone inside.
I go up and I journal mode. All right.
I go too.
You come with?
No, I go to
I will deliberately
to,
avoid that place.
Lalo.
Yes.
Lalo, you recognize any of these men?
Well, some of them used to be my friends, but long time ago, I'm afraid. I rather stay away from them.
And why is that?
Wait, come with me then. Come with me, Lalo.
What did I
You
just
said friend,
say?
right?
Old friend.
Okay, come with. Can I grab
Would
him?
would you be in their sight line, or would you have ducked away?
I think I would have ducked away.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I grapple?
Why, my friend? Alright, I'll go with you.
Thank you, Lola. Let's go. All right.
Lalo,
Say again.
Lalo,
It's a bit louder.
Lalo.
Cool. Thank you, Woody. Let's go.
I come as well, if he's going.
Is everyone going, or you guys staying?
I walking. I walking.
We were all walking.
We walking.
Are you going to like? Are you at
I'll
the front
introduce. Yep.
So one of them turns around and he goes, "Hello, brother."
Lalo, my friend. Lalo Pacifico.
You're not gonna go brother Pacifico, or are you gonna say Lalo? Because
I
I
think-
feel, I
I-
feel like the etiquette would be to say brother last name.
I'll deliberately say I'm Lalo.
Yeah, fair.
Yep.
Okay, I was just checking.
Yep.
Okay. It was brother Pacifico. How can we help you?
Well, my friend here would like to ask you some questions for his book.
I think I need no introductions. But just in case, my name's Gottfried. I would like to know.
I need no introductions, but just in case.
What's happening in the Grand Citadel right now?
Okay. I mean persuasion, I guess.
With advantage because I'm there.
That's a 26.
Lalo, you fuck you.
That's 26.
Lalo.
Okay, my friend.
Max like that one.
26.
26.
19 plus 7.
What? Zam. I can't say that shit.
I have good charisma.
Cut. He goes. Gottfried.
Ursel.
No, I thought no, but you know, maybe this is the right time to spread the word of Rao. As you would know, he's so wise, and we must make sure
Anyways, the Citadel.
we must make sure to spread the gospel of Rao as often as we can.
Sorry, I was just writing down. So, why?
I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm the wrong person. Let me hold on. And he turns around. And he actually gets like the high priest that's with him. He was just kind of waffling, and he turns around. The high priest turns around. He has no idea who the fuck you are. And the high priest, he walks up to you and he says, "Hello,
May the priests of Rao help you today.
Have you heard of Bigby before?
Bigby. No. No. But, however,
And then the guy kind of whispers in his ear. He's like, they want to know what we're doing here. And he goes,
yes. We need to get inside the keep because there is a council.
Mm-hmm.
And they have shamelessly shut the gates before the priests of Rao. And the country of Veluna needs Greyhawk's help. And they refuse to help our great country. They refuse to let us in.
I agree, my friend. Just say my name, they'll let you in.
for deception.
17.
He goes, and what is your name, my friend?
Gottfried Ursel, but you didn't need... it was quite cool of you to ask, yeah.
He turns around and he walks up to the guards. And he goes,
Our friend Gottfried Ursel demands our entrance in the name of Rao.
and that guy's going to roll persuasion on the guards. And he rolled a 4.
I will charm the guard to go in.
With what?
Charm?
A charm person? Is that what it's called?
What does charm mean?
Yeah, brother, they know you did that after you...
Yeah.
Okay, get the spell up right now, kid.
Before he does that, I'm gonna go to the guards, be like,
We friend of Bigby, and we need come through. Let us please.
Okay. Yeah, persuasion with advantage.
Oh. Yeah.
Damn.
18. Oh wait,
No, it's 19.
19, 20.
21.
Yeah, the guard goes, yes, but quickly, come on, like, don't let these people through. They are not allowed through. Okay, just quick. No priests of Rao allowed inside, okay?
Turn around.
Guys, come quick!
Yeah, that's a 2, by the way.
No priests of Rao allowed inside.
What is the charm? Did you check the charm spell?
No, friend, you with us, not with them.
Okay, I'm gonna allow it because you rolled 20. Okay? The guard goes, he looks you up and down. I'm assuming your robe's a bit more disheveled.
Yep.
And one of the priests goes, please, brother, you must make them see reason.
Well,
Yeah, I charmed the guards just to let him in.
He's already getting in, bro.
Oh, is he? Oh. I didn't know that.
Too busy wanting to just like.
I want to go, so I'm let through, Max is let through?
Everyone's through.
Yeah.
Okay. Just come quickly. And then the priests are going, brother, please.
well, unfortunately, I do not believe in the cause for some reasons. I apologize.
You must go in there. You must speak on behalf of our country. You must let them see reason. Veluna cannot hold. We cannot hold without the help of Greyhawk. You must see. Anyway, you're getting ushered in by the guards.
Okay.
So all of you get ushered into the main section of the Grand Citadel. It's a big keep, but there's kind of a main thoroughfare that goes straight to these big oak doors, and inside the council is in there. So you guys walk into that area. Now the council is a group of chairs. It's not a really big ostentatious room. It's just kind of like the spot where this is obviously for the public to walk straight into to join these things, basically. So there's a seating area, and at the top there's like a wooden, it kind of looks like a court. There's like these wooden stands, and there's a group of about 9 sitting on these wooden stands. And at the head is the 3 people you recognize. So there's Nerif Gazgul, the mayor. There's Otto, and then there's, oh my god, I've forgotten the guy's name again. It's the captain of the guard. He's standing on the right. They're sitting on the right. So there's those 3. Off to the side is a group of like advisors, kind of, they're standing up there with them, but not sitting down. One of them you notice it's this woman. She looks quite young with like long golden hair flowing down. As you walk in, you hear one of the 9, not one that I mentioned, one of the ones off to the side. They go, we cannot let Greyhawk be pulled into this conflict. We already have the war off to the east with the Great Kingdom. We can't have an extra conflict pulling us into to the side and affecting trade. We need to be able to trade with the countries to the east that we still can. But if we send soldiers off to the west, then we lose our defense against the Great Kingdom if they turn on us. And then that's what you hear when you walk in. And then there's basically all this like rabble and discussion about that.
Where was that existing war?
The Great Kingdom to the east.
East.
Do you want to? Anyone want to roll a history check on that?
I
Yeah,
think I
well.
would, yeah. I would.
2.
6 plus, I know I have a 10.
Yeah, you just know that this Great Kingdom was the kingdom that basically was the entire section of the continent, the Fleneus.
Mhm.
You guys are in the central Fleneus. The Great Kingdom used to be the entire area.
Okay.
It's split a long time ago, and there's new things happening with it now, but you don't know the specifics. You haven't kept up. You guys walk in. Are you going to find your seats? There's some looks, especially at Lalo, because they see a member of the Priests of Rao. Excuse me. Are you guys just going to sit and listen to the proceedings?
I'll probably look around to see someone knowledgeable, and I'll probably ask around about Valuna.
Bardic inspiration for an hour.
So what do you, when you say knowledgeable, like?
Someone who seems to know or who seems to be involved in politics or anything related to that.
Okay, do you want a
Ask around-
perception check then?
Yeah. 11.
Did you want a bardic?
Oh, it's only once.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
You look around like it's business owners, but you don't see someone that's like other than up on the stands. They talk about Fuyondi, the empire that basically is extremely closely allied with Valuna, which is the home of the Priests of Rao. Fuyondi is kind of like the church and the state, although they're different states, but they're so closely tied that Fuyondi basically acts as the military force. There's talks about Fuyondi having to defend from attacks up north, and you hear mentions of bandits basically and groups of brigands coming down. You also hear a mention of the prince of Fuyondi and how he was taken away. He's been kidnapped. So Prince Thrommel is basically he's the heir to the throne.
Yeah.
And he was going to marry Lady Jolene of Valuna. So this pairing was going to bring the two countries together. And you hear talk about that, but also I think a lot of you would know that, especially honestly, like most of you guys, maybe not Gottfried because you've just come in, but everyone else would be pretty aware of that, what's happened there. So there's talks of Prince Thrommel and how he's been taken away. Prince Thrommel was basically the key general in the Battle of Emeraldy Meadows, and he led the coalition of Greyhawk, Fuyondi, Selene, which is home to many elves, dwarves, and gnomes, and Valuna, and that group of countries marched together, and he's now missing. So there's talk about that. There's calls from Fuyondi. There's actually a representative of Fuyondi in the crowd who begs for the aid of Greyhawk, but the Council of Greyhawk stands firm in its neutrality. And basically, the gist of the entire meeting is that Greyhawk must maintain itself as this central hub of trade, and it will not venture out in this moment because there's too much of a pressure cooker basically in the entire world at this point. So that's what the meeting ends at. That's probably about 40 minutes you guys spend listening to that.
Yeah.
So it's about 11 a.m. now, maybe 11:15. The meeting adjourns and everyone stands. The key people that would have been talking, the mayor would have been relatively silent. Otto Luke, the balder, shorter man on his left, would have been like basically the one yelling out all the time. So that the meeting adjourns.
Can I get their attention?
You gonna walk up?
I will walk up. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna say? Otto Luke turns. He goes, "And what do you want?"
Well, my brothers of the priest of Rao were saying that my country of Aluna is in danger, and it seems that is true. Is there any other information that you could tell me for me to help you guys with this?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. 13, and I know I'm pretty good. Plus 4, 17.
The lady on the left, who
Golden hair.
Yeah, she's like she's only like an advisor. She walks up, and she goes, "May I ask your name?"
My name is Lalo Pacifico. No longer a brother, but I do still feel guilty of what's happening in my country of Aluna.
She bows her head and she says, "I am Jalazi Salivarian. Come with me and we can discuss, but the council is too busy for this at this time." So she steps down and she walks to the side, and basically the rest of the council leaves, and Otto Luke is she's like huffing and walking away.
Yep.
Sick of you guys. She walks out and she basically gestures for you guys to follow her outside. It's like in the keep area still, just in that like thoroughfare. You haven't left the gates yet.
Oh, like outside, yeah.
Yeah, and she goes, "Listen, all I can say is Valuna is likely in danger, but the city of Greyhawk will not budge in its choices here. They will not help. However, we do have people who are looking to see if there's any way we can solve the situation that's happening here. Now, that's all I can say for now, but if you want to help your country, you need to go there yourself. That's all." She starts walking away.
After hearing that, because it wasn't really directed towards me, walk over to Thalen and go, looks like we might have a job.
Yeah. I see.
I agree. But we must be prepared first.
Yes. There's a few things I wanted to pick up in the city before we went anywhere. But
Sure.
it shouldn't take too long. No more than a day.
And I have a certain form that could take that faster.
What? Is it a pig?
I said I have a certain form that can take this there faster.
What's the form?
What does old Root Thalen become? So old druidic magic flourishes around you.
I'm not a horse yet. No. Yeah. Yeah, mate. That's a teaser.
Did I hear the conversation between him and...
Yeah, if you were saying it.
Okay.
She wasn't being private about it.
Alright. Then, in that case, I'll just say, "Brother, we need brother indeed. Let us go." And
What?
What did you say?
I help you. I help you.
So, well, I'll say there were a couple, like lodestones and other kind of just equipment that you couldn't find in like the smaller towns that I had previously ordered and was looking to pick up.
Unearthed Arcana is the magic store in Greyhawk. Now it's quite a walk. Like it's probably like a 30-minute walk from where you are. So you guys gonna walk there?
Oh no, I'm changing.
Like just you two are gonna go?
Yeah, it makes sense. How many people can fit with me?
May I ride him?
I'm gonna say just Max.
What? 2 people on a horse. A wild horse.
Okay,
a war horse,
okay,
mate.
So who wants to go shopping with these guys?
But you can't.
I don't really want to buy anything, but
Are you okay?
I want to follow around.
Okay, are you okay if they get there first and then you guys are following?
sure.
Why do you want to be on a horse, mate?
No, the Drake can't.
The Drake can't. Oh, you can just carry the Drake. You can be it with the Drake.
mate.
No, the
I
Drake
don't
can't.
think the
fly.
Drake's too big for that.
Huh?
I think the Drake's too big for that.
you
If you're
ride
just
the Drake?
holding him on top.
Yeah, it's like unwieldy.
I
Think
think
of it.
we skip this wars thing because it's getting too complicated. So we're gonna make our way towards Unearthed Arcana. So all of you, like, are you guys okay to like? Are you gonna want to start running to this place, or are you actually just gonna walk?
I'm riding him.
Yeah.
Are you using your wild shape for this thing?
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, I'll let him ride me.
Okay.
Until he's tired.
So like druidic magic flows around Dalen. Oh! And he transforms into a war horse. It's like a giant muscular horse. So So are you getting on, Lalo?
Hell yeah!
So this priest of Rao in white robes with a white staff is riding, I'm assuming, a white horse.
No, I'm white.
Because I'm literally imagining Gandalf right now.
Yeah, I'll be white.
To the east.
So it's literally Gandalf riding through the streets of Greyhawk.
That's me.
That's actually pretty good.
So you guys fly forwards towards Unearthed Arcana.
Yeah.
You guys would be walking behind.
Yep.
Now what you'd see, you guys pass. You go through the garden quarter. You're on the main thoroughfare. There's a large gate. Basically, the garden quarter is separated from the rest of the city by a giant wall. That gate is open. So you're gonna go through this big wall, and you enter Clerkburg. Now it's the university district. There's a giant library, which is kind of like it's like a glass, kind of like the Louvre, honestly, like a glass pyramid. That's the Great Library. You guys would see that on your way down. You see the universities.
My character would 100% be like,
Okay. You're just gonna walk there instead.
guys, can we take a quick detour here?
Yeah. Is anyone gonna want to go with Gottfried?
We can't even hear
Where?
Yeah,
go
not
ahead.
you two.
To where?
Into the Great Library. Okay, you can do a side thing there. So you two are walking together still to Unearthed Arcana. You guys make it to Unearthed Arcana. So it's basically a small little building just on the edge of the wall of the city. So you guys are on like the rightmost side. You've gone from the leftmost side straight to the rightmost. And it's basically like tucked away in this little corner. It's this small little shabby black building. You enter. Are you guys going to go into Unearthed Arcana? You're still a horse.
Can I fit in as a horse?
No.
I'll go up.
You guys enter Unearthed Arcana, and there's a little man with glasses way too big for him. He goes, "Oh, hello there. Can I help you?"
Well, we're here to just browse through, my friend.
Like, are you looking for something specific?
The Infinity Gauntlet? Nah, some health potions.
Okay.
Pig.
Like something like that.
Health potions are $50, so you're not affording that shit.
50? So what's within a range then?
You can't afford anything, my guy. But you're just browsing. But don't you have 49 gold?
What?
I'm browsing from. What were you looking for?
I'm picking up stuff.
Yeah. So you got.
Mail
I'm
order.
here for a friend.
Okay, so you guys are just waiting. You guys walk through basically.
Sir,
Yeah. Oh yes.
you have any refreshments? I'm a bit tired from the travel.
He goes, okay, yes, one moment. And he dips into the back. And he gives you a random, unmarked potion. And he passes it to you.
Do not drink that, my friend.
A refreshment for later, maybe.
All right, I trust you.
And you take that away.
I'll keep it, yeah.
You guys will make it there. He turns to you, he goes, Silverthal, your lodestones you requested. And he walks back and he brings these two like metallic, they're like magnet stones basically, right? And he passes them to you. He goes,
Thank you.
was there anything else you were looking for, my good sir?
Not at this moment, but I'll have a look around.
Okay. And what are your plans? What are the plans for your party from now?
Well,
I'm so sorry. I didn't recognize you as Silverthal's friends.
well, we are trying to go to Veluna.
Trip to Veluna. He walks to the back. And you just hear like crashing and stuff. And he comes out and he goes, now, my friends, I have heard of terrible things happening to the west. You must all be careful. So for you, I give you light. And he passes you this big orb, basically. And we'll just cut away from that for now to go to the Great Library. What are you going to do in the Great Library, Nick?
I'm muttering to myself, saying these idiots forgot about Bigby. And so I go up to, do they have like a front desk person?
Mhm.
I go up to her and I say,
She's basically like just like a young girl, so like obviously a uni student.
yeah. Sorry, hello. I'm speaking to you.
Oh, yes.
Um,
Can I help you? She's like shocked that you speak English.
do you know who I am? Real quick.
You're one fan of
Nat 20. Oh my god! Wait, and she's like, and she grabs one of your like,
Yep.
one of your
And
stories.
I grab out my claws and I sign with my tattoo ink claws because I can write. I have like ink claws, guys.
So he's got. I think it's the one.
It's one. Yeah.
You can sign like that.
You're my favorite person I've met by far
How-
here in the city.
How can I help you, Mr. Ursula?
My group, a bunch of idiots, forgot about our meeting with Sir Bigby.
Yes.
Do you know who that is?
Not one.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Bigby, yes.
Really, just quite rude. He left us to wait for him.
Oh, that's quite horrible.
So I was wondering.
Well,
if,
I'm sure he's got very. Well, nothing so important as meeting you, but I'm sure he has something important happening. Mr. Bigby, he travels around with Mordenkainen, the greatest wizard of the land.
I knew that. Yeah.
Who knows what he's up to?
As a big fan of mine, is there any way you could maybe help me meet Mordenkainen?
We barely ever see him. As I said, he is the greatest magician that the Flinnaeus has ever seen.
Is there anyone you know that knows Mordenkainen?
Absolutely not.
Take me to your finest books about mages.
Okay, you go off to that section. Do you want to roll an investigation to see what you find?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to come back to you guys. He holds out this globe to you.
Are you joking?
Nat 1. Yeah, basically, she leaves.
It's just a children's book.
you get there, you get to the mage section, and you realize that every single book there is full of more shit than what you write, and that's saying something. You guys, back in Unearthed Arcana, you see this globe, and he mutters something. He mutters something to it, and it rises into the air and starts letting off light around it. And he goes, "This is a drift globe. Let it help you on your travels. But please return it to me in one piece because it's the only one I have. So just please."
I've never seen it before, so I'm like,
You cast magic. You magician.
Yes.
You Bigby? You big.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
No. You know who he is, yes?
Yes. My name is Morley. Nice to meet you. I'm sure you may have.
Morley.
Yes. I'm not Bigby.
I will remember you.
Okay, well,
Morley.
He goes, "Thank you very much, sir. It's a pleasure. But no, I've heard nothing of Bigby. Now, if you let me be, I have a few things to tend to." And he heads back. And he's kind of like scratching his skin as he goes back. He's just scratching his skin.
Drug dealers.
Alright. So you guys now have a drift globe.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to carry that specifically? Yeah, you can put it in your bag or whatever.
Hell yeah.
I watched him take the thing. He's like,
Wait, you buy magician magic.
He's illiterate?
I'm not very intelligent.
Okay, 8 intelligence.
So I'm still talk. Is the girl still with me? The
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna say. I'm venting. I'm like, freaking Drelov brought me here all this way to meet Bigby, and he's forgotten about this stupid guy.
Absolutely
and these books are
preposterous.
telling me nothing.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Like-
When do we arrive? Surely now.
Yeah,
right?
probably about now.
Like, what is my group doing? And
Oh, Bob.
Drelov, good to see you.
Gottfried.
Good to see you.
Any information, Bigby?
Plenty of information. I know where Bigby is.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Yes. Where is he?
Surely deception roll against his insight. Like, that's just a straight up lie.
I'm 16.
Yeah.
20.
You got a 20?
Yeah, 15 plus 5.
Okay, but you're my friend, right? So I get
No,
advantage.
he
Do I get advantage?
Okay, you get advantage.
No!
He's not gonna think I'm lying to him.
Yeah,
I'm his
I
friend.
wouldn't expect him to
It's
lie.
a bit
Okay,
stupid.
fine.
But I don't believe him.
Yeah, Nick rolled nat 20. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fuck it, whatever.
I know where we need to go.
Oh, let me tell everyone.
Yeah, okay.
We found Bigby.
Okay.
Okay, we'll tell
So-
them.
You guys suddenly hear screams from the outside of the Grey Library. Not outside the Grey. It's like from quite far away, but from outside. You hear yelling. You hear, "Oh my god!"
Bigby?
So as I hear the screams, I'll just quickly look through the eyes of the raven and say,
So it's a bit of a ways off. It's like the section of area in the city that's got like the most wide open space, and it's like a bit north of the Great Library, and you see a big crowd is there. Perception check.
That's one.
one.
Yeah. There's too much shit happening. You have these guys in your ear. Like they're probably shaking you.
Yep.
You just
so-
see the crowd.
Yeah. Looks like there's a crowd outside. Maybe we should take a look.
Bigby's towards that direction where the screams are. They're screaming for Bigby, is what I figured out.
The clerk lady's actually gonna go out and check as well. She's running. She started to.
The librarian.
She's the one that told me.
Yeah. So you just kind of run out.
Let us go and I'll drag him
So
out.
we all start running.
Yeah.
To the commotion. You see this big crowd. It's kind of hard to get through. We could just gonna try and push through the crowd.
Yeah.
Just shove.
I'll do thaumaturgy. Yeah, I'll bloody bang my
Yeah.
stick.
The crowd goes whoa and parts, and in the center of the floor, basically in the center of the circle splits, and in the center of where the circle was, is a maimed body, like slashes, bleeding, and basically like in a crumpled heap, kind of on the floor, and I believe it was Silverthal that rolled that he knew what Bigby looked like.
Yeah.
And that man is Bigby in the middle of the crowd, like fucked up.
Oh my god! I will
wounds.
I will run
And
immediately.
at that moment, you see 3 men walking towards him, swords drawn. Roll initiative.
I told you I knew where he was. I told you.